In a recent video, I posted about Scottsdale's growing wealth population, and I mentioned that a lot of times the wealthy or ultra-wealthy can prefer to rent a property versus actually owning it outright. And I got a comment here that makes total sense. He asks, why would you light money on fire renting? Wouldn't it make more sense to buy an appreciating asset? If you look at our example here, you can see that you have the choice to buy a property, let's say for $200,000 or for $2,000 a month for rent. These are your options, buy or rent. In this situation, you're going to have a lot of different costs. Imagine you're putting 20% down. That means you have a 40% down payment. We gave the interest rate at 5%, which is a little generous given today. Now you have $8,000 for mortgage interest. You have $2,400 for property tax, insurance at $1,200, maintenance $3,000. Your total annual costs are $14,600. Plus, with your down payment, you now had put down that $40,000, which does have an opportunity cost to it. Total all-in cost is going to be $16,200. Now, if you had put that money into rent, it would have been $24,000 a year. In this case, buying the asset does make sense. But now, let's say you go up and you want to buy a $2.7 million home. How does this compare? As the home gets more expensive, I believe the math changes. Let's say you want to put down $700,000 for this example. Your mortgage interest is going to be about $100,000. Your property tax is going to be about $33,000. Your insurance, $2,500. Your maintenance, which is probably generous, saying it is only going to be $5,000, which things break all the time, especially on more luxurious properties. Your total annual cost put at $142,500. Now we have to also take into account the down payment. There's an opportunity cost to that money that was put into the property. The new total cost would be $160,500 to do this purchase. This same property, if you were to rent it for that year, is only going to be $120,000. That's assuming that you're getting $10,000 a month rent equal to a $2.7 million purchase price, which isn't outrageous. So would you rather spend $160,000 to have a property with a bunch of headache, a bunch of noise, when you're already doing well professionally, or would you rent that property for $120,000 a year? Now you're saving over $40,000 and you don't deal with any of the headache. So there's more of a conversation you could have. As you get into this ultra or more wealthy space, you might say, well, if you pay down that equity, you can now put a line of credit against it. You might also say, well, if I am renting and saving that $40,000, maybe I'm making more in my active business than it would cost me to own the home. So both sides have a pretty fair argument. Of course, I'm a real estate agent and I would love to help you buy or sell a home, but ultimately, it might make more sense if you are in that $3, $4, $5, $6+ million price range to actually rent, especially in this market.